7 things you should avoid to become successful in your life. Pay close attention to what I'm about to say. There's a lot of things that can wreck your chances to do well. We live in a rather dangerous world, so you've got to be not only wise, you've got to be careful. Attitude diseases are deadly. They destroy all the good things you start. Today, we're going through these attitude diseases, how to spot them, what they are, and the cure. I've had them all, so I can give you excellent advice. Here's the list. 1. Indifference, the shrug of the shoulders. You're just not concerned. You're drifting. There's one problem with drift. You cannot drift to the top of the mountain. The guy says, well, I can't see getting all that worked up. But to be any kind of winner, you've got to get worked up. Here's the key to the good life. Learn to put everything you've got into everything you do. Whatever you're doing, pour it on. It will quickly open up into opportunity, or quickly show you that you ought to be doing something else. The delusion is, if I had a better job, I'd really pour it on. No, wherever you are, pour it on. That will change your life. Get rid of this disease. 2. Indecision, mental paralysis. The guy can't make up his mind, and it becomes a disease. Pretty soon he knows he's got it. He says, well, I know I'm on the fence, but then, what if I get off on the wrong side? Listen, after a while it doesn't matter. Just get off. Any side will do. One way or the other, that's best. Pick a direction, and go with everything you've got. Just pick one and go. Somebody says, yeah, but what if it's the wrong direction? You'll find out quicker. A life full of adventure is a life full of many decisions. The ones that turn out wrong give you better experience to make better decisions later. So don't see how many decisions you can get out of. See how many you can get into. That's where the adventure is. Shake off this disease of indecision. 3. Doubt. Doubt is like a plague. And one of the worst is self-doubt. The guy doubts himself. He doubts if it'll last that long for him, if he can do that well, if he can make that much, if he can accomplish all that. A chronic, excellent self-doubter. You can imagine what damage that does to your future. So here's the key. Turn this coin over and become a believer. There are many things to believe in. One of the major ones is yourself. The understanding of self-worth is the beginning of progress. 4. Worry. If those first 3 don't get you, this one will. Worry. That's a devastating disease. Worry causes health problems, social problems, personal problems, family problems. It's devastating. Worry long enough, and it'll drop you to your knees. I know how bad this one is. I used to have it bad. I used to be known as a super warrior. Not a super warrior, a super warrior. My family wished I'd been a warrior. My advice to you, do what I finally did. Give it up. Who needs it? I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's worth it. It took me almost 1 year to kick the worry habit. It was one of the toughest years I ever spent, but I finally got that monkey off my back. And I discovered you could live the most incredible life, free of worry. Not free of challenge, not free of difficulty, free of worry. You can do it too. 5. Overcaution. Some people never will have much. They're too cautious. You can be too reckless, but you can also be too cautious. This is the timid approach to life. My caution was always the risk. Risk used to drive me right up the wall. I'd say, what if this happens? It's called the language of the poor. What if this happens? And if that happens, look at the fix I'd be in. I better not try. Then I discovered something that changed my whole life. It's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till you get the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive. That's risky. The Englishman says, well, if that's the way it's going to work out, let's give it a go. Right? That's what it's for. Give it a go. Don't ask for security. Ask for adventure. Better to live 30 years full of adventure than 100 years safe in the corner. 6. Pessimism. The deadly disease of always looking on the bad side, the problem side, the difficult side, checking all the reasons why it can't be done. The poor pessimist leads an ugly life. He doesn't try to figure out what's right, he tries to figure out what's wrong. He doesn't look for virtue, he looks for faults. And when he finds them, he's delighted. How ugly. This is the guy who looks through the window and doesn't see the sunset. He sees the specks on the window. To the pessimist, the glass is always half empty. To the optimist, it's half full. Why does the same measure affect people 2 different ways? It all depends on how you look at it. Our lives are mostly affected, not by the way things are, but by the way we think they are. The way we think things are affects us most. As you think, so you become. Poor thinking habits keep most people poor, not poor working habits. Most people work hard, but they don't think hard. The mind is like a mental factory. Whatever you think about all day long pours ingredients into this factory, and that's what builds the economic, social, and financial fabric of your life. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Decide what goes in. Don't let anybody dump whatever they want into your mental factory, because you've got to live with the results. 7. Complaining. The last one is deadly. Engage in this even slightly, and you might as well forget the future, because it's going to forget you. Complaining, crying, whining, griping, murmuring. That'll ace your future. Spend 5 minutes complaining and you have wasted 5 minutes, and you may have begun what's known as economic cancer of the bone. Be on the lookout for the things that can destroy all the good you start. The war is on. Mentally, personally, socially, economically, you've got to make sure you're winning the war. And this is part of it.